Hello, good morning students. Now today we will continue this topic complex numbers and quadratic equation. This is part 4 and before that you have to understand part 1 to 3. Then you have to do. Look here, this is very interesting part we will do here. Now look here, we will do the addition of two complex numbers. Two complex numbers are given to you, that a1 plus iota b1 and a2 plus iota b2. These two complex numbers you have to add. Means you will write here simply plus and you have to add these. Means look here the real parts you will add, and a1 plus a2, and iota you take common from the imaginary part, and you will write here the imaginary sum of imaginary part b1 and b2. So this is the simple, very simple addition we have here. So you can do this addition. Next we have the addition of two complex number follow the commutative law. So look here if two complex numbers z1 and z2 are given to you, you can write here z1 plus z2 equal to z2 plus z1. This rules is called a commutative law. Look here, we have the associative law. The addition of the complex numbers follow the associative law also. Look here, if three complex numbers are given to you, z1, z2 and z3, then the associative law is will be z1 plus z2 plus z3 equal to here z1 plus z2 and plus whole bracket and z3. Look here, if you have z1 plus bracket z2 plus z3, or you have z1 plus z2 bracket and plus z3, both is equal. So this follow a associative law. Look here all of you, here one word we have additive identity. Look here, we have here one one complex number, that is 0 plus 0 iota is additive identity. And look here, if you do z plus this z identity, you can write by o also. So if you do z plus o complex number, that will be equal to 0 plus z, and that will be equal to z. So if you add anywhere the additive identity, there is no change in the complex number. Now we have a additive inverse. Look here, if complex number is given to you, that is z, that is a plus iota b, then the additive inverse of z will be minus z, okay, and that minus z will be equal to minus a minus iota b. This minus z is called the additive inverse of this z, okay. So if you have to find the additive inverse of any complex number, you simply multiply by minus, okay. We have to find the multiplication of two complex numbers. Look here, two complex numbers are given to you. First complex number is z, that is given to you a1 plus iota b1. Second complex number is given to you z2, that is a2 plus iota b2, and you have to do the multiplication. Look here how we can do multiplication. You can understand z1 into z2 will be equal to a1 plus iota b, simple multiplication a2 plus iota b2. Look here, this multiplication will be a1 a2 minus b1 b2, okay, then plus iota a1 b2 plus b1 a2. Look here, this type we will get here. How we get? Look here, first you will multiply a1 and a2. So what we get? a1 a2, that is the real part. Now we will multiply the imaginary part, means we multiply iota b1 into iota b2, that we get iota square b1 b2. Iota square means we can write minus, so we get b1 b2. So you have here simple, the real part will be. Now in imaginary part, iota you take common, means you have here a1 and b2 you multiply, okay, a1 b2 you multiply, and The second time you multiply the iota, you take common, and B1 and A2 you multiply. All of understand this method? Look here, when we take example, then more you will understand. Look here, I take question that Z1 equal to 2 plus 3 iota and Z2 equal to 5 minus 7 iota. You have to find Z1 dot Z2. Means you have to multiply this Z1 and Z2. So you can write here Z1 into Z2 equal to, that is 2 plus 3 iota into 5 minus 7 iota. Look here, this 2 and 5 you multiply, we will get here 10. Okay, and 3 and 7 you multiply, then you have a negative sign. 3 and 7 is 21, minus 21, minus plus 21. Or you can think that 3 iota and minus 7 iota you multiply, 7 3 is 21, minus 21 iota square is minus 1, so you get plus this. Okay, so you have this 21. Now iota, the coefficient of iota we will get here 2 into minus 7, so you get here minus 14. Okay, iota I take already. Then 3 and 5 you multiply, 3 iota and 5 we get here 15 iota, means iota I write already, so you write here 15. Now 21 and these you add, you get here 31 plus this is 1 iota. So you get this result is 31 plus 1 iota. All you understand, this multiplication is very simple. Look here, if you want this real part you multiply, then imaginary part multiply, you get real part. Then real part into imaginary part you do, and then imaginary part into real part you do. You will get this multiplication. All of you understand this? The multiplication also follow the commutative law. So for two complex number Z1 and Z2, you can write here Z1 into Z2 equal to Z2 into Z1. Both will be equal always. Look here, it will follow the associative law also. Look here, for three complex numbers Z1, Z2 and Z3, you can write here Z1 into Z2 the whole bracket into Z3 equal to Z1 dot Z2 into Z3. Here we multiply Z1 and Z2 first, then we multiply by Z3, or you can multiply Z1 by the whole multiplication of Z2 and Z3. All understand this? Now we will have a multiplicative identity also. Look here, 1 is multiplicative identity, or you can write 1 plus iota 0, or you can write simply 1 is multiplicative identity. All of you understand this? Now look here, if you have Z1 or Z into you do 1, okay, that you get always Z. So this is called a multiplicative identity. Look here all of you, we already done the multiplicative inverse. Look here, if Z is given to you A plus iota B, then we have the multiplicative inverse, that is we write by Z power minus 1, and that already I explained you, that is A upon A square plus B square, and plus means you write here minus iota B. This you can write, or you can write A upon A square plus B square minus iota B upon A square plus B square. You can write any one, that is a multiplicative inverse. Z inverse equal to, if plus sign then minus, A minus iota B upon A square plus B square, or you can write A upon A square plus B square minus iota B upon A square plus B square. This is called a multiplicative inverse.